Hello friends, this is Samuel once again from Sonitech and welcome to part 8 of our React Native beginner series. Alright, so in this one we'll be looking at FlatList and SectionList. So let's get right into the video. Please subscribe, please share this video, please like. Alright guys, so welcome back. Okay, so we'll be looking at the FlatList first before we move to the SectionList. So before we proceed, we see have some things in my console. So it's from here. So I created this data file. Let me reduce this, okay, by 1. Okay, so I have this. I check the type of my data objects. So I have this array of data objects. So I check the type. So all of strings, string. Okay, so great. And in here, it's just a minimalistic file. So nothing serious, nothing busy going on here. So let me import the data. Okay, so VS Code is going to help me. So I'm going to import data. And to test this, I need to import use effects. We looked at use effects in our previous videos where use effect can be used to do side rendering. So I'm going to do use effects, and so a callback function. Okay, and I will need okay, so a dependency array here, but we're not going to use anything. We're not going to pass anything instead of the dependency array. And let's console log something. So let's console log see data items, and okay, so data items, and we can get the data from here. Okay, so great. So now when I go ahead and I save this, so you see we have data items and the data. Okay, so when you can copy this and use a JSON format on the web, and it's going to appear like we saw in the other file. All right, so great. So to use a FlatList instead of React Native, so essentially what a FlatList does is that it helps you present a virtualized list of items or large data sets. So you can scroll. So just as I always see, the web is the best way to learn. So we can do this with FlatList. So FlatList offers this pull to refresh then, so separator support, so you can get that line. So okay, enough of the dog stuff. Let's get our hands dirty. So I'm going to go ahead and import a FlatList. So import a FlatList from React Native like so, and I can come down here and okay, so I know GitHub Copilot is going to help me, but what can I say? Okay, so it has a lot of props. So when I go into and I press Control Space Bar, so we have data, we have surrender components, we have list footer components. So the data is actually an array of data to be rendered, okay, onto the screen. And the key extractor, so let me just type key extractor. So the key extractor actually, it's a function that it's actually extracts a unique key for each item, right? And we have the render item. So the render item is actually going to it's also another function that takes the item of and the data and renders it. And we have the number column, so it's for grade stuff, so for layout. And we have the onRefresh, so when the user pulls and refresh to get the list once again. And there are other components, so you can see when you press Control Space Bar. Okay, so great. Okay, so so first we need to get our data. And what are we getting? So data, right? And what again can we do? So we can do key extractor, GitHub Copilot. So what this does is that it's going to get the item. It's going to target the individual item. So we can use the item that has been destructed here and use the dot property to, just as we have here. So we can get whatever we need there. Okay, so the render item is like so. So I destructed the item and I set it to a function. So this in here, so the function here, I can create a component. I don't know if it's making sense. Okay, so okay, let me take it on from here. Thank you GitHub Copilot, but this is not what I want. So I can actually come down here and do a view. So view, instead of this view, I can actually so from our data object, so we have the amount, we have the image. So I can do a text, and when I come, since I'm using TypeScript, and when I do the dot, you see I get amount, I get ID, I get image. So let's just print out the amount, and let's come So GitHub Copilot, help me. Okay, let's just duplicate this. So Shift Alt and you press down, down, down. Okay, so let's see. Dot, so we can get, I don't think ID is important. We can get the image. We can get the service type, and let's just go with the time and title. Okay, so okay, I don't want to save because when I save, get TypeScript is going to yell at us. You see, it's already yelling here. So I think GitHub Copilot should do a automatic. I don't have time for styling. So title. I don't know what I'm creating. So okay, let me start again. Okay, let's just go with the flow of GitHub Copilot. I don't recommend users to write code every time, but alright, so I've done a bit of modifications on the styles. So I added the styles here, so list container and some for the styles too as well. Okay, so and I added some styling here, so flex one, and I got rid of the styles here like the justify center, align center, and added elevation. It's more like bringing it up and border radius and some padding inside. Okay, so let's play around with this and let's just duplicate this a couple of times so that we appreciate this list component called FlatList. Oh, it's going to throw an error. What's happening? Okay, so with the same key, so let's just try something. Okay. Okay, I think we should be good to go now. Okay, so you see we can scroll and you can actually hide this. So come up here and we can do vertical, show vertical scrolling indicator, and you can set this to, false. Okay, you see it's not showing anymore, and we have other things like the bounds. Oh, what's happening? Okay, I think I've forgotten what I wanted to do. Okay, so you see how FlatList work. This is actually nice. Okay, so now let's head over and see how SectionList also works. The SectionList is essentially like FlatList. It's also used to render a virtualized list of large data set or items. Just that with that one, it renders it in sessions. So you can also add a header. It has a prop that allows you to add a custom header or title to it. But you can actually modify FlatList to behave or look like a SectionList. Okay, so this is for SectionList too as well. So basically something like so it also comes with pretty much something similar like FlatList, and the documentation is actually great. Okay, so great. Okay, so guys, essentially this is all I have for you for FlatList. I hope you enjoyed this one. So see you in the next tutorial.